midday on WSBT.
Sony is hacked again. And it's prime time for flu season, what you can do to stay healthy. And Notre Dame heads to Nashville for the Music City Bowl.
First, fast, accurate. You're watching WSBT Channel 22 News at midday.
Well, good afternoon. I'm Suzanne Spencer. Bob has the day off. The family of an NYPD officer who was killed will begin to say goodbye today. Blue ribbons and flowers line the way to the church where Officer Rafael Ramos' family will hold a wake. Officer Ramos and his partner were shot and killed on Saturday by a man police say who was mentally disturbed and had the intent to kill police officers. More than 20,000 law enforcement members from across the U.S. and Canada will come to New York to pay respects.
As much as they hurt, we hurt with them. I wouldn't be able to do what they do, and I give them a lot of credit.
Many New Yorkers hope things will remain peaceful despite ongoing demonstrations against police over recent officer-involved killings. Now, since the officer's deaths, the NYPD has been on high alert. Authorities have increased security at some station houses. Funeral service for Ramos will take place this Saturday. His partner's funeral will also be a little later as family continues to arrive from outside the country. Well, tensions are still high near Ferguson, Missouri, following the death of an 18-year-old black man at the hands of a white officer in the nearby city of Berkeley. Police in riot gear monitored a Christmas Day protest outside a church in St. Louis, but the situation thankfully remained peaceful. Authorities maintained Antonio Martin was shot and killed at a gas station Tuesday after he pointed a gun at an officer. A local community is coming together to show support for law enforcement personnel. A rally is planned tomorrow at Elkhart County Courthouse in Goshen. Elkhart Police Department Senior Chaplain Jim Brauntranger says really this isn't meant to be a statement about any specific incident. He says rather it's meant to show support for a group that is feeling discouraged. The Elkhart Police Department wants police officers everywhere to know that they are appreciated. The rally is scheduled to start at 9 a.m. and will last 30 minutes. And now WSBT 22 meteorologist Ed Russo joins us. Ed, good to have you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. We're on to a nice day of weather today.
We are. It's beautiful, sunny outside.
More sun than we've seen in a while, right?
Absolutely.
And we saw some frost this morning, but that has, of course, since melted. But it created some slick roads. We had some surface moisture combined with temperatures close to freezing early this morning, and that built up some frost and icy spots on some of the roadways. But that's all done with now temperatures in the 40s already. Lots of sun, as Suzanne was mentioning, more than we've seen in a while. It's nice to see that sun in such abundance. So right now, you can see temperatures are actually already in the mid-40s. Some spots making a run at 50 today, especially over the southern counties. And most of the clouds still to the southwest, but they'll be building in as we head through the rest of your day. And eventually they'll be dropping some rain, but not until tomorrow. So all day today is looking pretty dry. There's your planner, but again, talking about dry conditions lasting for your Friday, but wet weather for your Saturday. And then as we get closer to New Year's, it does get quite a bit colder and even a little bit of snow potential next week. We're going to be talking about that in my full WSBT 22 Storm Tracker forecast. Suzanne?
Well, police are investigating a crash in Edwardsburg that left one person in serious condition and 3 others injured. They say the car was parked on May Street near the intersection of Brush Road when another car slammed into the back of it. We're told all 3 people in the parked car had to be extracted out. Well, we could learn more today about the death of a woman whose body was found in Berrien County. An autopsy is scheduled for today for 62-year-old Christine Franklin. Police say neighbors found her body on Snow Road in Lake Township on Wednesday, but investigators are calling her death suspicious. They say a family member witnessed an argument between Christine and her husband, Dennis Franklin, after Dennis left the house. Investigators say he returned home later that night. Police are still investigating. Well, it appears Sony is the focus of another hacking attack, but this time it's on the PlayStation gaming console. Users could not log onto the site for several hours, and many still couldn't even this morning. Microsoft's Xbox site also saw service disruptions on Christmas Day. Earlier this month, the PlayStation Store also had periods of inaccessibility. That followed a cyber attack on Sony Pictures that led to the release of confidential information on the internet. The hacker group called Lizard Squad claimed responsibility for this latest attack on the Twitter account. Well, The Interview brought in almost $1 million at the box office on Christmas Day, and it could make a couple more over the weekend. But it could potentially make a lot more money online through movie rentals. The exact numbers are not even known yet. Sony decided to release highly controversial movie in multiple platforms, including Google Play and Xbox. And as of this morning, the movie remained the top seller on YouTube and Google Play's movie rental sites. Well, it's peak flu season here in Michiana, whether we like it or not. According to our partners at the South Bend Tribune, the Indiana State Department of Health says the number of reported cases have reached more than 500. And besides the flu, the state is also monitoring the number of Shigella cases, which have reached more than 1,000. You can read more about how our area hospitals are dealing with these illnesses on South Bend Tribune's website. It's the holiday gift that just keeps on giving. We all love it. Lower gas prices, and they continue this morning. These are some prices we found in Berrien County. $1.97 you see there. They dipped below $2. Experts say prices will likely rise during winter, late winter, or spring when refineries switch to more expensive summer blends. Well, more than 1,800 families have applied for their children to enroll in Indiana's new pilot preschool program, and it's set to start next month. Governor Mike Pence says this confirms the need for high-quality early education for the state's most disadvantaged children. The goal for this first phase was to enroll 350 children, but now the state plans to enroll 100 more, and only families living in certain counties are eligible. A randomized lottery will determine which children, though, will be selected for that program. Well, check this out. Some high school students in Indiana are using the holiday break to prepare for college. Education experts say this is a great time for juniors and seniors in high school to brush up on their college exams. Parents, you can also help, though, by scheduling college visits or helping your child fill out financial aid or scholarship applications. But experts say it's also time to enjoy all this prep time.
Savor every moment, because so many of them, if they're moving on to post-secondary education, you're going to be having some new family holiday traditions, once they're, living outside of the house and pursuing their education.
For the younger kids, parents, you should explore extracurricular activities. It's just one idea for you and your child to take part in during this holiday break. Well, maybe you're one of the millions of Americans headed back to the malls today. Returning gifts, though, weren't quite right, and on the lookout for steep post-holiday discounts at the nation's retailers. Chris Van Cleve reports from Queens, New York.
Shoppers lined up early at the Queens Center Mall in New York City, hoping